What's up, y'all? New cheap beer. The Natty Daddy. 6% alcohol. Cheap. Not very smooth. Oh. So back in 1987, I was about 16, 17 years old. And I was really involved in the youth group at a Southern Baptist church. And we were told that we were going to do a mission trip to inner city Houston, Texas. And basically what we were going to do is clean up some courtyards and do some painting. We're going to work on a public gymnasium, some playgrounds, mow some grass. And then we were also going to teach vacation Bible school for a week to the inner city kids. We would feed them some lunches and some breakfasts and spread the word of Jesus Christ. So we went down there in the middle of summer. And I don't know if you've ever been to Houston, Texas in the summer, but talk about some heat and humidity, man. I remember that. It was pretty brutal. So we had this gymnasium, and it was air conditioned, and we brought in these inner city kids, and we would feed them breakfast, we'd feed them lunch, and then we'd sit them down and teach them about Jesus, read some Bible stories, and pray with them, and do that whole scene. Alright, so that being said, let me talk about missionaries for a second. In general, missionaries are folks from churches that go to third world countries where the people are impoverished, they're sick, they're struggling to survive. And these missionaries show up, and maybe they'll pay to have some water wells drilled. Maybe they'll hand out medications, immunizations, feed people, clothe people, and do all these things in the name of their religion. And I've been doing some thinking about this stuff, and I gotta tell you, I feel pretty crappy, actually, about that mission trip to Houston. And I think missionaries are kind of hijacking technology and hijacking science and hijacking these things like immunizations and the medications, technology to dig water wells to help these people out. Because here's the thing, man, these people, they're in a spot, right? And so they're pretty much willing to get help any way they can. And you roll up with all this stuff and say, well, we wouldn't be here if it weren't for our God or our religion. And these people are going to listen. They're kind of in a spot, so they're going to listen to what you have to say. They're going to participate in what you say and do. And you may convince them that your particular God, your religion, is what has helped them out. And I think it's crappy, man, because you're convincing these people that this stuff that's helping them is here because of your religion, and it's hijacking. You could go in and help people out without these strings attached, without these religious strings attached. And it just takes me back to when I did that mission work, when I was a believer. Now I'm an atheist, but back then I was a big-time believer as a teenager. And it was hot in inner city Houston, man, and we had an air-conditioned gymnasium. I'm sure a lot of those inner city kids, man, they were hungry, and we had free food and drink. And I don't know, it just seems kind of like bribery, man. We could have helped them out without all the religious stuff, but I don't know. It's kind of crappy. What do you think?